So coming in, again, that place of stepping into almost that just sacred space. Here's 30 minutes out of your day just for this, nowhere else. It's a gift to yourself. Just a moment to slow down and be with yourself today. We're going to continue on with exploring story and storytelling and the power of storytelling. And, last time we kind of stepped into looking at the events in our lives and the underlying story that just kind of gets repeated. And just even noticing the difference between facts, events, things that happen, and our interpretations, what we make them mean, what these events actually hold. And, our brains do this. That's just what brains do. We make meaning out of things. There's nothing wrong with that. But the downside is when we confuse the meaning making with the facts, when we start identifying, oh, this meaning is what actually happened, rather than the fact is what happened, and then this is how I interpret it. And when we really look at the difference of the interpretation, it gives us freedom to explore, is this the story I want to be telling? Is this the story? This is the story I've been telling myself, but is this the story I want to tell? So we're not trapped. We're not trapped in this story. The facts are real. Facts don't change. There's no going back and undoing history. But the interpretation, the meaning making, we have flexibility with and we can have fun with. What I want to go into today is looking at how we filter reality and how we filter our knowing of ourselves based on the stories we've been telling ourselves. So like we looked at last time, we have underneath these, there's some stories, the meaning making, and we begin to say, oh, this is who I am. And all of our stories tend to fall down into like 3 or 4 stories that have these same themes that keep going through our lives. And these can be themes like, I'm not good enough, or I'm unlovable, or I'm helpless, I'm flawed and broken. Some of these themes that just keep reoccurring over and over and over again. The problem with these themes, when we're not aware of them, is that they filter our view of reality. So if I have this story that says I'm not good enough, and I'm really competent at something, I'm not going to notice it. It's incongruent with the view that I hold of myself. So I might be really good at it, but I just don't see it. All I see is all the ways I'm not good enough, not good enough, not good enough. All the ways that I'm really good, they're just out of my awareness. Or if I hold this view that, I'm helpless, I won't even begin to recognize all of the capacity that I actually have, because it doesn't fit with my view of myself. And this is just something brains do. They like good puzzle pieces to fit together. And if there's a puzzle piece that doesn't fit, we throw it out. It doesn't belong in this puzzle. And so we throw it out. What we do is we take this piece of information and we project it onto other people. So I might look at other people and go, oh, other people are just so much more capable than I am. Or other people can do it. Other people are good. That person over there, she's so good. And I'll admire or long for what I see over there because I can't own it for myself. So we are really good at projecting out onto other people what's incongruent with our deep storylines. We can do this in, towards the good, what we're longing for. It's also on the reverse, what we abhor, of just like, oh, I can't stand that. I'm not like that because it's incongruent with my storyline. I might have this storyline of like, I am a very capable person. I'm a very strong, capable woman. And so I don't like people who are just so dependent and whiny. Ugh. And so I'm not owning the part of myself that's dependent and whiny. It's like I have to put it out there. And so part of going into our stories and exploring, again, having fun with just this, the utter compassion, the acceptance, this mindfulness approach that says there's no right or wrong. We're just noticing or welcoming whatever is here. There truly isn't a bad here. But if I can notice, oh, these are the pieces that I've been disowning in myself, I can ask myself, am I happy with that? Do I like that story? Is it working for me? Is it getting me what I want? Or do I want to rewrite the story? Is there a piece out there that I actually want to own or claim and say, that's actually me? I'm going to do a different story here. I want a different way of doing this. So we're going to use that guided meditation again, kind of building off of what we did last time, but a playing with story, playing with characters, and just having fun, just having fun playing with the characters that we admire, the characters we abhor. And then just kind of sitting back going, I wonder where that is in me. I wonder if I can get just a little bit closer to seeing where that is in me. So again, we're playing totally open. If you find that you're like, nah, this is too much for me, my mind is wandering, you just come back to breathing. You give yourself that gift of sitting quietly and just breathing. All right, so let's play. Okay, getting comfortable. Again, this one is not about posture. You don't have to be any particular way. We're just going to dream and play and muse. Just kind of let the mind have fun as it's looking and exploring. So get comfy in your seat. Feel your breath. Again, using that breath as the anchor that says, oh yeah, tuning into this present moment right here, right now. The gift of presence, the gift of presence to myself here in this moment. Noticing the inhale and the exhale. Feeling the rise and fall of your chest as you breathe. And the way the ribs open to the sides and then relax back down. Maybe breathing into the back, feeling the movement of the shoulder blades as you breathe. Feeling the diaphragm pulling down, a little bit of pressure in your belly. Maybe even waking the belly up. I'm like, oh yes, there you are, belly. And letting the breath go all the way down into your abdomen. Feeling the movement of your whole torso as you breathe. The inhale filling you from your collarbones down to your hip bones, from one side of the rib cage to the other, from the back all the way forward to the sternum. Noticing if your mind wants to jump around. Just acknowledge it's there, jumping around. And when you come back to the breath, just welcoming whatever is here right now in this moment. Checking in with your physical body. Noticing the physical sensations that are here right now. Scanning through your head, your face, your neck, your shoulders, your arms, your hands. Scanning down your back, your low back, your sacrum, the front of your torso, your chest, your stomach, your belly. Noticing your hips, your seat, your thighs, knees, legs, feet. Really sensing into the body here. Letting yourself sink in to your physical sensations, welcoming whatever is here. Again, even as we begin to dream and muse and let our minds explore, really anchoring into the body sensations. They are what give us the clues that are beyond and underneath our thinking mind. So noticing it, not checking in, welcoming the sensations that are here. And then noticing the thoughts, noticing the content of the thoughts, where your mind wants to keep jumping away to right now. And also how the thinking is, whether it's slow or fast or pressured or daydreaming, soft focus, really specific, scatterbrained, clarity. Lots and lots and lots of different ways for the thinking to be. There's no good or bad, right or wrong. You don't have to change or fix the way the thinking is right now, even if you don't like the way the thinking is. Just noticing, welcoming, allowing it to be exactly as it is right now. And then checking in with the emotions. Noticing the emotions that are present. Letting them be there. Making a little bit of space as you set them out. Name them. Or sometimes it's that, oh, I know something is here, but I don't even know what it is. So there's a something emotion that's present right now. And then that checking in with all of you, the breath, the body, the thoughts, the emotions. Being present right here, right now, as we begin to explore and play with storytelling. And so again, going into imagination, envisioning that movie theater again. There's a dark hallway, just low lighting. Maybe a little bit of anticipation as you're walking along. What movie am I going to see today? Lots and lots of different theaters. Walking along, and then you see one that grabs your eye. Like, oh yeah, I want to peek in here. Or you might even notice it's like, oh, I don't know if I want to peek in there. I don't know if I want to see that movie. Welcoming whatever comes up. Going into this dark theater, finding a comfy seat, And here, beginning to imagine and see in front of you your favorite characters, the books you love to read, the movies you watch over and over again, that character that you just love. Just letting your mind play, really letting those pictures pop up. It's almost like you're watching previews of like, oh yeah, that character from this movie. Oh, I love her. Oh yeah, that guy. That was one of my favorite stories, that one right there. Just letting your mind play, letting them come up. And even as you're noticing that awareness of your body, awareness of your sensations, noticing what happens as you really just allow these fun characters to be here. Sometimes there's almost like this light behind my eyes as I see them. There's an excitement and bubbliness in my chest. There's like a deep breath that says, oh, yes, this character, let me tell you all about her. There's an excitement. But noticing for yourself as you watch these characters, what does it feel like? What happens in your body? Might even notice a wistfulness or a longing, like, oh, I so wish I could be like that person there. And that beginning to wonder, what is it about these characters that just grab you? What do you utterly adore about that character? You can even watch that movie play out. It's like your favorite scene. Like, oh, yes. When he did that, I was like, oh, my whole body came alive. What is it? What is it that just moves you? What did that character do? How did he do it? What did she say? How did she live? And then beginning to notice those characteristics a little bit more of going, what is it about that that I might have that I can't see in myself? Or maybe I see it in just very little glimpses here and there. But not all the way. Like one of my favorite characters, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm a lot like this, but I would never actually do that. I think it, I imagine it, but I wouldn't actually do that stuff. Like noticing where the disconnect happens. Noticing what lights you up, what you get really excited over, and yet is not necessarily something that you own as yourself, that you do in your own life. And again, no right or wrong, no good or bad. Just that curiosity, the wondering, the musing. What story have I been telling myself that says I can't do that? that I can't be that I can't have that character. Just musing. Nothing deep or serious here. There's nothing that has to be solved or fixed. This is daydreaming. This is playing with story. This is relaxing back and just watching the screen. It's all good. But just wondering, what story do I tell myself that says I can't be that? And then the screen goes dark. And you get up, kind of stretch. Say, that's something I'm going to shelve and come back to later. Interesting to muse on. I'll have to think about that one later. You go back out to the hallway. Time to watch another movie. See some other images. So another theater calls to you, grabs your attention, and you go in there. It's dark. You sit down. Maybe there's a little shiver of anticipation of like, oh, I don't know about this one. And you begin to notice those characters. You flash up there, the ones that you just don't like. You know, they're the villains we love to hate, that we kind of secretly admire. But then there's also those ones that are just like, no, that's just hideous. I would never, I could never be that. Can't stand that character. It's almost like a disgust that can come up. It's an aversion. It's like this social rejection feeling of no, never. That is just not acceptable. Not for me. Other people want to be that way, fine, but no. Mm-mm. Noticing the movies, the books, those characters that are just rub you the wrong way. You just don't like them. There's just nothing good in them. It even brings up that shiver of repulsion. You can see those different scenes that flash up there on the screen. And again, that may be identifying what it is you don't like. What are those characteristics that you say, no, not allowed? Absolutely not. And again, just really gently, really lightly, from this place of musing, again, wondering, how are these characters not congruent with the story I tell myself? I'm telling myself these other stories, and that's just not congruent with them. What am I rejecting out there? What part of myself am I not owning because it doesn't fit my story of myself? And again, just really lightly touching it. It's not deep, it's not anything you have to go into, but it's just posing the question, the I wonder. And then stepping back from it, letting go. Again, that stepping up and stretching, letting the screen go dark. Just that touch in that says, I might come back to that at some point. I might muse on that. Just an interesting little brush there, and that's it. And then you let the image go. Feel yourself in this body right here. Feeling your breath. letting all of your attention come back to this moment. Your body sitting here in this chair, the thoughts, the emotions, the breath right here, right now, with just those gentle touches in, the musings, like a I wonder, I wonder. Taking a few more breaths, maybe even just feeling your body with your hands, really coming back out of that visualization. Few more breaths. Then when you feel ready, opening your eyes.